We are poised to begin.
Lin Shudong to receive. Level.
The men's doubles, a quarter-final contest. Wonderful to have you with us at the Lusail Arena. For the winner of this, a place in the last four, reaching the medal rounds, reaching the chance to go for gold. Dream of any athlete at this most prestigious occasion in the sport. Well, Gavin, we contemplate the keys to victory here, and we also contemplate the fan vote and the suggestion that, well, yes, exactly. I was about to say this one might go on for some time, but I think there's our indication they might be right, those fans.
Well, we're certainly hoping that it goes all the way, Ollie, for entertainment value. And let's hope that we have more rallies like this one. I think it's definitely a 50-50 encounter. Our fans, they know their table tennis, but if you had to side on one side, it's very difficult to look anywhere else but the Chinese national team. So if you had to cast your vote one direction or the other, just to sway it one side, I think it's Lin and Lin.
Very impressive beginning from Gao Zhengrui and Lin Wenru. He's been tested already in doubles competition. Lin Shidong having a difficult time of things in the mixed doubles at this exact stage, going out with his partner Kuai Man. Goodness me, what a strong start.
And just a warning from the umpire, I think it was in terms of the vertical toss, needs to be no less than 30 degrees, or no more than 30 degrees, I should say, sorry.
7-2.
No less than 30 degrees would be pretty interesting.
That would really change the dynamic of table tennis. Well, if they can just bottle this and keep it going for the remainder of the contest, they're going to get this job done very quickly. Of course, it is rarely that simple against these two gentlemen.
Interestingly enough, we haven't seen Lin Wenru really open up with that backhand flick that he's so commonly known for, his trademark shot, really. But he's opting to play short, and that time pushing long to Lin Gaoyan.
And so the resurgence begins in earnest from the two players in the People's Republic of China, but they've left themselves a lot to do in this opening game. Number 3 seeds against the number 6 seeds. And they have arrived at 5 game points.
Great defense there from the pair from Chinese Taipei. Cao Zhengwei just turning it into an attack with a backhand punch, something we often see from Truls Morgaard, maybe learned from their match yesterday.
What a terrific open.
Certainly not a question we hear too often. I think this partnership just maybe looked a little bit slow to start, slow on their feet. I think we've got to see them start to try to attack more. I believe we'll see Lin Shidong step across his partner, Lin Gaoyuan, and take a backhand flick on when he's receiving. Certainly more often than we did in the first game.
Frustration's evident.
You can just hear the Chinese pairing geeing themselves up, trying to create some energy. So often that's what they get from their coaches. That's the advice. It's not always tactical. Sometimes we hear them just energy. Come on, fight, do more.
Can you force yourself almost through a physical process to become more energetic?
I think that's why we often see the players shouting, running around the court. It's almost willing their bodies, you know, trying to create adrenaline, trying to create positive energy, because they need to shake off nerves that obviously they have on the world's biggest stage.
And one imagines that those nerves will only intensify, and certainly that serve percentage success is not going to help any nerves they have, but they'll only intensify the more the scoreboard gap grows. So they've got to keep this as tight as possible. Suddenly the crowd has become more energized. The crowd, the lion's share of them supporting the Chinese players. It is a big crowd as well. For the first time, courtesy of the opening game in this match, they have lost a game at these championships.
4-3.
For Gao and Lin, a different sort of journey to get here. Losing a game in their first round win over Matteo Mutti and Andrea Bubbo. In the second round, they also lost a game. They lost a game 11-2 against the Slovakians. And then in the third round, it took the full 5 games. So Lin and Gao have already experienced the full gamut of emotions just to get to this point in the competition.
And often, Ollie, those close encounters, they really prepare you well going into the next rounds. You feel extremely ready for those tight situations, those 9-9s, 10-10s, and we haven't seen that so much from the Chinese pairing. Just taking them a bit of time to adapt to a higher level of opponent in this doubles.
Play on.
When you were playing, did it help you to have those sorts of matches early on to almost wake you up, or were you one of those players who actually wanted things to be as smooth and easy as possible?
I always felt that if I could have a 9-9 in the 5th set or 9-9 in the 7th set, that was the best preparation I could have, provided I was okay physically. But I always thought that was the best way to prepare for the next game coming up, provided you win, of course.
so important here for Lin and Gao that they remain gently, tightly in front, just nudge their way towards game number 2. And yes, timeout. Games medalist Maria Tsaptsinos. Lin is the
6-5.
most experienced of the lot of them, 30-year-old from Shenzhen, the third largest city in China, in Guangdong province, population of 17.5 million people.
Just a quick pause in proceedings there. There was a bit of flash photography in the crowd. That's what the delay was.
The timeout may well have done its job. How fabulous a point was that!
7-0.
And how well the partnership of Lin Wenru and Gao Zhengrui did to win it.
Leaning back in disbelief there, Ollie. Some of the balls that were taken there, just incredible. Lin Gaoyuan finding a way to defend twice up close to the table when the ball's moving at that speed. Impressive indeed.
Oh, it really is twisting and turning towards the conclusion of game number 2. If the number 6 seeds can see this out, they have taken a giant step towards the last 4. Fabulous!
7-9.
They're 2 points away.
Cracking backhand from Lin Wenru. So wide. Left Lin Shidong with absolutely no chance.
This is world class. This is match management as much as it is brilliant technical table tennis.
Absolute masterclass from Gao Zhengrui. How is he staying so close to the table to play that backhand? He actually moved across Lin Wenru there during that point.
3 game points.
7-10.
Huge roar from the stands as 1 is saved, but 2 remain. Oh, that was really rather unfortunate on Lin and Gao.
I was thinking we might see a timeout, but it doesn't look like the Chinese Taipei coach is interested in that right now. He believes in his lads out there now.
important that point could be.
Second game to Gao Chenrui and Lin Yingru.
And indeed, the decision not to take the timeout could be vital later on in this match as well. So on all fronts, it's worked out. He knows what's going to happen now. 49% of you backed them. But you know how table tennis is. It can change in an instant. The energy
One love.
switch from one partnership to another. Gavin, they will know surely, Lin and Gao, that this is far from done.
That's absolutely one game at a time. As far as the Chinese Taipei pair are concerned, they're not even thinking about being 2-0 up right now. They're just thinking about get this game on the board.
How do you manage to do that? That sounds incredibly tough a challenge, to not come back out full of excitement that you've taken the second game, almost psychologically thinking, well, I'm nearly there now, I'm nearly there.
2-1.
It'll certainly create some emotion, and that's the job of the coach, to settle them down in the corner. They need to remain calm, they need to stay on the job, because we all know the quality of players on the other side. I mean, Lin Shidong is world #1 for a reason, and we've seen plenty of comebacks mounted already this week.
Well, there is the quality. There is the quality. There is the world #1.
Great fight back, but I love that finish from Lin Shidong, just powering down on the ball as it goes. Touches the net, glances the net on the way over, but that's just devastating.
It's easy to lightly throw around the word unplayable, but sometimes it's the only word you can use. That was one such instance.
4-3.
And let's just remind ourselves, as we reflect on his partner, Lin Shidong, Lin Gaoyuan's own curriculum vitae of 3 World Championship titles, 5 Junior World Championship titles, 4 mixed team World Cup titles, 2 Asian Games gold medals, 7 Asian Championship medals, 6 titles on the professional tour. I mean, he's not done badly, has he?
Certainly not, and he's always been known for his doubles qualities as well. Often preferred as a left-handed option for one of their best players, and that's clear if they're putting him out there with the world #1, how highly they regard him for doubles. And while we were talking about Lin Gaoyuan there, Ollie, Gao Jun-rui just absolutely destroyed a forehand down the line. As if to say, stop talking about them, talk about me.
3-4.
Well, we're going to be doing a lot of talking about them if this continues. Gao does have a World Team Championship bronze medal from last year. Lin was also part of that team. He was a medalist in 2021 in mixed doubles too. We're getting some stunning exchanges.
Really great rallies were being shown by these pairs here now. The Chinese Taipei guys falling back from the table, trying to throw some backhands as hard as possible from the barriers.
We just remind ourselves that Lin Wenru and Gao Jun-rui still have that timeout to be used. They chose not to take it when 10-9 up. It could be very important. It could be necessary quite soon.
We talked about Lin Wenru's trademark backhand, but that is Lin Shidong's trademark. Stepping up and snapping a backhand counter top spin cross court. Just been an ever so slight dip in the level of the Chinese Taipei pairing.
Just to scrutinise the body language of Lin Gaoyuan and Lin Xidong, it's transformed.
They're looking far more positive out there now. You can see even when we saw Wang Hao there in the corner, the message is fight. The message is believe.
This game is disappearing. They're going to have to regroup and regroup fast. 6 of the last 8 going the way of the number 3 seeds. What a transformation. It wasn't bad from Lin and Gao, and yet they get nothing.
These are exactly the rallies we saw them come out on top of for the first 2 games, and it's just shifted in favor of the pair from China.
10-5.
Still 5 game points. The contest
2-1 in favor of the Chinese pair, but we always thought it'd be this kind of tight encounter. Interesting for me in terms of tactics was the Chinese pairing, especially with Lin Gaoyuan, started to serve more without spin. Float services, more topspin services, creating chances for Xidong to come in with attack.
One love.
It's vital, isn't it, for Lin and Gao that they just stay close early on the scoreboard in this game.
It's the most essential thing for them now. They have to ride this wave. They have to stay close, find ways to win points.
They have very philosophically, it seems, dealt with the comeback, and one imagines that's because of what the gentleman next to me said, that there's nothing surprising about it. Nobody goes 2 games up, if they manage to achieve it, which in itself is a phenomenal feat, but nobody goes 2 games up against players like Lin Gaoyuan and Lin Xidong and expects it to be plain sailing from that point onwards. And just to set this into the wider context of the competition itself and the semi-final that will follow, the Lebruns or Christian Carlsen and Matthias Falk, the 2021 champions of the world. On the subject of unpredictable matches that might well go the distance.
Did ever so well to get back into that rally, the Chinese Taipei pair. Lin Wenru just going for the big one, trying to finish it in style.
This is one of those matches that has got a big fight feel to it. It's taking on the atmosphere of a boxing contest.
What could have given you that impression, Ollie?
I don't know. No idea. It's spellbinding, isn't it?
It's a topsy-turvy affair. Seen a couple of those now from Lin Wenru, running forehands. If he doesn't make that on the table, or if the Chinese pair can make a block, it's probably point over because he's not recovering.
Lin Shidong just tilted his head to the right-hand side after that. Concerns may be starting to return in the crowd. Oh, they certainly will be starting to return in the crowd.
Now this is where it gets interesting. Well, as if it wasn't interesting already.
Players, play on.
It's psychologically very interesting now. Oh, the reaction
6-4.
from Lin Gaoyuan after the point.
He was scurrying in for that one.
I believe coiled spring is what we're looking for there. Oh, that is breathtaking.
6-5.
That's that one I spoke about already, that Ollie Shidong, that's his trademark. Backhand snap, close to the table. Nobody in the world is returning that shot. And the emotion coming out of the corners.
Such tension. What impact has the timeout had? Very big point. First one after the recess.
And just an acknowledgement there that the ball did touch the net on the way over from Gao Jung-rae. They don't mind, but they will say sorry.
Sporting spirit, even in the intensity of this cauldron that is the Lusail Sports Arena right now. It goes from cacophonous to silent in an instant. There's anxiety in that crowd. The crowd supporting Lin Gaoyuan and Lin Shidong, and there is incredible excitement all over the world for those following Gao Jung-rae and Lin Wenru. 3 points more, but they'll be made to work for it. Oh, they'll be made to work for it.
Great placement there from Lin Wenru. Just changing to go to the middle of the table that time. We've seen him go out to the backhand, we've seen him go out to the forehand, and watch this one here. Just towards the middle of the table, throwing Lin Shidong off balance.
the wryest of smiles.
He knows that was a chance. He's just a little smile. He made the right choice to run around with that forehand. He'll be disappointed to miss it. What a time for Lin Shidong to miss his trademark backhand. Nobody saw that coming. Once the ball was looped up into his backhand, we both looked at each other as if to say, this is over.
And it may well be over, but in a different sense. 3 match points. Just for a moment, they wondered, would it sit and drop on t'other side? The answer, no.
I think the coach thought it did. He was out of his seat.
Still, they have 2 further match points. The number 3 seeds have been knocked out. Lin Wenru and Gao Zhengrui with an enormous victory. A sensation in the men's doubles competition as the partnership from Chinese Taipei are victorious. That was a phenomenal performance, and they have taken it 11-5, 11
comfortable.
It was enthralling. It was dramatic. And we look back at what might be one of the most important tactical gambits of the match. They might have played the timeout at 10-9 in game number 2. Instead, they trusted their judgment to see out the game. They did, and then they called it at 6-5 in game number 4 and went on to take that game 11.